Y'all, the premise. Y'all saw this. A supermoon turned millions of people into werewolves just by looking at the movie. That was it. I had to rewind this shit to actually, did they do what I just think they did? Is this what I think they did? Really? Imagine The Purge, but the people who are doing the killing are werewolves. Mm-hmm. You with me now? Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's like The Purge. You know who'd be really good for that? Frank Grillo, who's in those Purge movies.
Oh, now he's fighting werewolves, which I believe Frank. I know what when I looked at The Purge, I actually said this. That's why this is good. I said, you know what this needs? More werewolves.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Now my dreams have been answered right here, man, because that's what we have here in Werewolves. Straightforward and simply put. So people check this. This ain't funny because people look. This could really happen. There's these things called supermoons.
Yeah. No, I heard Herschel Walker talking about it the other day.
He said, I can't wait because werewolves cool people. What the vampires. That's one of my favorite quotes of all time. Werewolves cool people. But people, thing is that what you don't know about a supermoon, if it gets super enough, then it'll turn everyone into a werewolf who isn't safely inside the house. The movie told you, hey, listen, it happened before, it's happening again.
That's right.
Just a year before, that supermoon came down. All these cool people start going around the streets, eating everybody. Everybody turned to anybody who wasn't inside, anybody who looked at the moon, they just instantly turned to a werewolf. People, it ain't that hard just to keep looking down. Some people couldn't help themselves. Ooh, I got it. Woo!
Well, you might be looking down and come across a puddle, and there's the moon right there.
Oh, Marcy, now you're being silly. It don't work like that.
You're right.
Come on, man, don't be ridiculous. Like this movie, Ray, because the scientists are on it. They're trying to fix the situation. They have all these scientists, including this very muscular biochemist right here, played by Frank Grillo, who still thinks he's in The Purge. And he plays Wesley Marshall. Looks like they're about to get things together because they found these eye drops they'll put a coating on your eyeballs, anti-werewolf coating.
Oh, yeah. That makes perfect sense.
On your eyeballs. Hey, man, but of course, whatever can go wrong does go wrong. And all these cool people in werewolves end up breaking loose and causing chaos and havoc and murder all in the streets on Supermoon night. And now it's up to Wesley to save, he was going to save the world, but he said, fuck it, I can't, this is a dumb idea anyway.
I'm going to just keep it local to this town. Well, to these 3 or 4 streets. How about that?
This
neighborhood.
Well, he said, that's my family, is my dead brother. He's gone because werewolves got his ass, but hey, but his wife and daughter are still left, and to hell with the world, or at least these 3 blocks right here. I got to save what family I have right now. Can he do it? Will all these werewolves stop turning into werewolves when you get the super eye drops out there? Let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer, y'all, because I know y'all are really eager for answers. So let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer for Werewolves, and we'll be back. Martin told me about this movie, and he made this movie sound so not just bad, but ridiculously bad. I said, I have to see it for myself. I really do.
Maybe I oversold it. You probably went like, man, it ain't that bad.
Well, we'll find out, won't we? Right after this.
Hey! Bite me!
Come on, man, dialogue like that. Come on, Martin. How can you say what you were saying? Yes, man, you were so nitpicky, sir. People read this, y'all. If you ain't gonna read it, I'll read it for you. 1 year ago, a supermoon turned millions into werewolves. That's what the movie opens with. So they let you know right off the bat, we stupid. And they got the wolf back there.
Like they act like, well, if they say it, then of course it makes sense. It's like, no, I'm sorry, a supermoon, like the ones we have all the time.
And let me see, y'all. I like the way they say 1 year ago, a supermoon turned millions into werewolves. In the movie, we got about 5. Now, you would think on a night that everybody's turning into werewolves, your ass would be hiding instead of walking around the house eating popcorn like you about to watch a Netflix movie or something.
Now, if I may, I believe this is from the year before when it happened and nobody was expecting. They were like, werewolves, where'd this come from?
No.
Is this from this?
That is from that night.
Oh, the second year?
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, because she was, listen, I ain't going to explain that. I'm just going to
Oh, that's right. That's her.
That's her,
yeah.
This shit already happened.
That's right. It happened the year before. And everybody knows werewolves are out there.
Yeah, a year ago, they had a werewolf riot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They had a werewolf riot, werewolves looting in the street and everything. This year, they said it's going to happen again. Her ass walking around cooking popcorn just as casual, like shit. They ain't like nothing ever happened.
I was focused on the fact that there's a possible werewolf in her home, and she will not put that popcorn down.
Hell no. Shit, she got it buttered just right.
I'm here.
Hey! Bite me!
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't get to see this because I did not make it to the screening when this was getting a theatrical release. I saw this in the comfort of my own home, cozied up in the bed.
Oh, you didn't get the real experience.
Oh, I got a better experience. Because I'm going to tell you something. I'm just going to say it right now. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it at all. But let me tell you something, Martin. I understand why you did. Because you never should have been subjected to this in a theater.
No.
This never should have been anywhere near a theater. I was watching this. I said, you kidding me? They put this out in a theater? So you can see all the imperfections this big?
Yeah, in high def.
Whoever decided to give this a theatrical release, they need the shit slapped out of them. Because it was a waste of everyone's time. I can see why you mad. I know why you mad. No one, I watch this at home. No one should ever leave the house to go see goddamn werewolves. No one should ever leave their couch. No one should get out of their bed to go see werewolves. All right?
Yeah.
This damn video. This damn VHS movie.
I mean, I would say Sci-Fi Channel, but I think that's giving it too much credit.
I mean, but at least you be at home.
Yeah.
And I would put it on Sci-Fi Channel because you ain't got to go through the work of getting it yourself. It's just there. It's a waste of everybody's money too. No one should be spending gas money to go see werewolves. I ain't talking about, if it's a real werewolf, yeah. But the movie werewolf, hell no.
Yeah.
And by Hollywood standards, this movie's dirt cheap. I think dirt costs more money than this.
You see what I'm getting about those werewolves.
Oh, yeah. And the thing is, this movie's dirt cheap, still lost money. That's tiny, but it said here, the movie they didn't release the budget for it because it's low, but whatever it was, it still was a box office flop. It earned less than $2 million.
Good.
And that's worldwide.
Yeah. Oh, worldwide.
Well, it wasn't like...
I mean, it's not like they showed it everywhere.
It was like in what the fuckistan in Mexico yes, and then, Austin. So yeah, nobody was going to see this. No, this should have gone straight to the house, which is how I saw this, and because I put no effort into this at all.
Yeah.
I have fun with it, but I saw it right where it should be. And, man, look, I totally understand. Because I'd be mad if I say, because look, I already told you, man, I see movies that are good. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, damn, I didn't feel like coming here today. Mm-hmm. So if I had gone for this, I'd be like, I'd set that damn theater on fire. But
especially if you had driven across town for it that night on a Wednesday night.
Was it across town?
Uh-huh.
Oh, but somebody would have got cussed out. I would have asked for the manager just to do it. Do this to me for I got to cuss out somebody. You know what? Because they give you those comment cards. Uh-huh. I just would have been, you.
Right.
The hell you got me driving out here for this? You know better. I wouldn't have given no comments about the movie at all. You knew better than have me drive out here for this shit. You know what this is. Why you asking me? You saw it.
Yeah, I know. We just want to see the look on your face.
Well, here it is. Shit, I'll be turned to a werewolf. Nah, man. So I understand driving out there to watch it. It's you put an effort into it and it doesn't feel like it's worth it. But, watching this at home, it was fun for me because this is like a throwback to renting horror movies on VHS like I did back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And it captures that whole experience. And I'm talking about on every level. It nailed the whole VHS horror 80s movie renting experience. It captured all that for me. And if y'all went through that period, you probably will know what I'm talking about. Now, whether it does it intentionally or unintentionally, which a lot of times is unintentionally.
Yes, I think.
It was fun, and some of this had to be on purpose. But go ahead. I was going
to say, had it seemed like it was on purpose, like it was, like actually more of a comedy or a wink and a nudge, or if it didn't have recognizable stars in it. Oh yeah, I could be like, all right, yeah, it's like those old videos from back in the 80s and all. But it had too many things going where I was like, I came to this knowing it's going to be cheap and probably not that good, but I thought it'd be fun. And it's fun, but not in the way it means to be fun.
Well, like again,
and every time they try to do something funny, you're like, stop doing that.
Well, again, like I said, I genuinely had a good time with it.
Yeah.
But you didn't have the same experience I did. See, the thing is, back in the 80s, I rented so many movies where plots, they were so stupid because the filmmakers just wanted an excuse to make a movie with special effects.
Yeah.
And the script was like the last priority on that list. And this ain't no different. Look, y'all, the premise, y'all saw this. A supermoon turned millions of people into werewolves just by looking at the movie. That was it. I had to rewind this shit to actually, did they do what I just think they did? Is this what I think they did? Really?
Yeah, that was their premise. Go with it or not.
So people were walking around with shades and goggles on and helmets and shit. And when they go into the details, I was like, get the out of here, really?
Yeah.
Don't look at the moon. Because and people, it's like anyone who looks at the moon. And you be 9 years old, seriously, and look at the moon. Your ass turned into a wolf. Mm-hmm. They just want an excuse. They just want an excuse to make a movie with a lot of werewolf effects, which they have a lot of that in here, as you kind of saw in the clips right here. And the effects, I already told you the movie is cheap. The effects are cheaper. Now, I will say, they are not as bad as I thought that they would be, because you told me how bad they were, and of course I got my expectations high. But that's not a defense of these effects right here, because they were clearly on a budget.
Yeah,
with this movie right here, the effects are very cheesy. They're so cheap right here.
Like I said, a lot of those werewolves, they look like something from the Spirit Halloween store, and I mean like the animatronics that they have just standing there to step on and make them move.
Well, I thought so. Okay. I thought the bodies were fine because they kept them lit dark. They kept them in the shadows. The bodies moved kind of naturally because people, it's people moving inside the costumes. But they get to the point where they put in those faces and they got those stiff puppet jaws. And it looks like somebody's moving that jaw with their hand or something.
It's like a Fraggle Rock.
Yeah, you know, and the mouths don't stretch anything, you know. So, you know, that's where it really showed. But later, you know, I'm talking about how the bodies look okay. They look decent to me. But later on, they don't do themselves any favor by putting the bodies in the light. And it's one thing for them to put the costumes in the light, but they got them dressed up funny too. This is what I'm looking at. I'm like, I'm confused now. Did you do this on purpose or not? Because they could have simply had gone, like my girl right here. This is a soldier that's running around with Frank Grillo. She's confronting one of the werewolves on the street. Now, they could have simply had gone just with the plain werewolf. Mm-hmm. That would have been fine. They said, nah, we want Punk Wolf up in here. I mean, my man still got the earrings. He still got his leather jacket. Look at he got his biker jacket on. Like it didn't tear when he got big. People, when you do that, you start looking like a character that hangs out with Rocksteady and Bebop, right? They didn't get no explanation.
No.
You didn't see the human before he turned.
No.
We don't know why there's. By the way, we don't know in this small town there's a random punk rock guy walking around.
Right.
Everything got bigger. The man's nose ring got bigger. His hoops got bigger. Now, I couldn't tell if it was a punk wolf or a drag wolf. Got skulls on his jacket over here.
Hey, he was very fond of that jacket.
He was very fond of everything. I'm surprised he didn't get on a motorcycle and drive off. right after that. But, you know, I don't know if this is intentional or not with this right here. Because it looks crazy. But I will say the cheesy practical effects were like the cheesy practical effects that they did in B-horror movies, in the movies that I rented back in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, and by the way, those movies that I rented that I enjoyed, they were not good, you know, but they were just fun to watch because you were a kid and you were just trying to get your hand on any kind of horror you could. Look, even the marketing for this is like what they did with movies back in the 80s on those VHS boxes. Mm-hmm. Because the movie you got on the box was not the movie that you got at home.
Never.
Like, that ain't the movie we saw.
Oh, shit, I want to see that movie.
Well, you didn't. That right there, like, you rent that. When you were at the video store and you in the horror section and trying to rent a horror movie, you see some shit like that and think, oh, hell, that's going to be badass. Uh-huh. You went home, popped that in, and you would get nothing like that. You thought you got that. You went home and got Rocksteady and Bebop. It's like, what the hell is this? That dude is not on the box anywhere. Mm-mm. And they even fool you like they give you different versions. This movie, that's like, are y'all doing this on purpose? Because they did what they did back in the 80s where to get your ass to rent the movie twice, they gave you two different posters. Uh-huh. And the next poster would be more ridiculous than the first. Like, that's another poster.
Oh, come on.
That's not even the same movie.
No.
Ain't no giant werewolf in this movie.
No.
Ain't no Hulk wolf in here.
See, for me to see something like that, I was like, there's no way a movie in a VHS box has the special effects to do something like this.
No.
They tipped their hand here.
I was 11. So I was like, oh, I want the giant werewolf movie.
Yeah.
And then went home and got Hulk wolf.
Well, it's sort of like that.
If I use my imagination.
I mean, he's gray. He's kind of big.
Oh, hey, that's a bad outfit though.
Oh yeah.
One at that wolf shops at Shopify, man. It's a good time to give a word out to our sponsor. Hey, you a fashionable punk wolf right there looking for some cool attire or a nice leather jacket or something. Or let's just say that you're somebody who, you're not the buyer of those things. You actually make clothes for werewolves.
Oh, okay. That's a niche.
If you hey, listen.
Hey, Supermoon's gonna come around again.
Next year, when the supermoon comes around, you're gonna have more wolves looking at this dude right here and be like, hey man, where'd you get that? You tell him I got on Shopify. This person on Shopify makes werewolves clothes for werewolves. Now, people, we have some very talented people in our community. You do art, some of you do clothes, do a lot of things. And whether you know it or not, you have the potential to be an entrepreneur. You can open up a store online and sell stuff. And the best place to do that is, of course, with Shopify. Shopify makes it easy to manage your growing business because they will help you with details like shipping. They even help you out with your taxes, your payments. And, that's from one single dashboard. It's very simple. You don't have to go all over the place. They have it all in one simple area to manage. And that allows you to focus on the important stuff, like making that money. You'll get your store up and running easily with thousands of customizable plates. You don't have to have any coding skills, no design skills. All you need to do is just drag and drop it into place. They also have powerful social media tools that let you connect all your channels and create shoppable posts and help you sell everywhere that people scroll. Feeling confident, feeling like you can make those sales online because of what you make? You got some good product out there? Then here's what you do. Go to shopify.com/toasted, and that's all lowercase. You put that in, you get a $1 per month trial period right there. And I want to thank Shopify for sponsoring this portion of the show. And I want to thank all of you out there for your support. Let me see here. Boy, did you notice any other really cheap things about the movie?
Lots.
Like what?
The fact that this is supposed to be something worldwide, but it always felt like it was just contained in one little section. The lab looked cheap.
Okay, you know what? I'll give them that. You on a budget, you can't show the world. Okay, you're working within your means.
They don't write the world, but okay, yeah.
Well, y'all could have showed some on TV, but I get it. The lab, I get it. Your sets aren't you can't afford the biggest sets out there. I get it. I'm talking about stuff that you're not supposed to excuse for something you showing on the big screen with some big actors in there. Mm. There's one scene where you can see the shadow of the boom mic. let me put this down over here.
Well, sometimes that happens because the way they frame it, the projection. Oh, but you saw it at home. Never mind.
And this is in the middle of the screen.
Okay.
It ain't that boom mic coming down because they don't got the right aspect ratio.
Yeah.
No, that shadow is in the middle of the screen. Martin, I want you to look right here against that wall back there.
I hope I will protect you.
Oh, yeah.
Do you see that boom mic?
I do see it, yeah.
I went back and said, man, that's a werewolf. I don't know. No, look, people, do y'all see this shit? Look at this. I'll go back. Y'all see that? Y'all see that boom coming down right there? Yeah, you look at it in action. That's the best way to see it. Because, look at it. See, when I move it, you see it?
There it is, yeah.
Yeah, that thing's about to hit her right in the ass. Continuity problems.
Oh, yeah.
Did you notice any?
At the time, I was just laughing at stuff, the way it was jumping around.
Let me point one out to you. There could be others, but this one definitely jumped out at me. You see that big gash on his head right there? You see that? Okay, I'm gonna do this in order. So this scene came up first right here. Mm-hmm. This came up second.
Come on, let's go. Get up. Come on, let's go.
Where'd the scar go?
Well, maybe he wiped it off.
Oh, maybe he's Wolverine. Okay, yeah, maybe he healed that fast. Yeah, where'd it go? That's the scene after that.
Yeah.
Couple of more scenes later. Oh yeah, that scar. Oh shit, I'm back. I'm on. Look at it. Maybe he put it back on when he was doing that. Somebody
See,
said,
this is you watching at home. You need to really zoom, hone in on stuff like that.
But I wasn't doing this like a roast. I'm just watching it because at a roast I got to go through frame by frame. I'm just watching this, and for the first time, like, what? I know you didn't. Even he's like, wait a minute. Oh shit, where'd that come from? Thought that was gone. Let's see here. Yeah, somebody said that scar was taking a lunch break. Oh shit, I'm on.
Yeah, that scar is union.
It is always fresh. Always bleeding. Yeah. And when I say that it's the purge, there's a couple of times where they say, yeah, it is, because we ripped that shit off. That man stole that off the set of the purge right there.
Yep.
Straight up purging.
You guys aren't making a Purge movie, are you? No.
Why would you think that?
Ours says werewolves. We'll be watching you.
So this has Frank Grillo, Lou Diamond Phillips, who, now he's at that point where he's making movies like this. But Frank Grillo, he's over at DC.
I know.
Why are you doing this?
I know, but yeah, when watching it, when Lou Diamond Phillips showed up, I was like, oh shit, this is what this is going to be. Okay.
Yeah, no, they sold you on Frank Grillo. You got Lou Diamond. No, he's Frank Grillo's the main star in it. But Frank Grillo, first of all, I believe at one time he says, I'm tired of making superhero movies.
Yeah.
And then not only did he move over to DC, but he's at a big studio working with, he's going to be a main character in a huge franchise.
Well, this is probably in between all that.
So somebody lied to his ass.
Actors say shit, and then when another job comes up for him, all the people are like, all right, I'm done with Marvel. I'm not doing that anymore.
Some people say he's in a ton of B action movies. Okay.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Maybe somebody told him it was a Blade or something.
He probably just told him like it's gonna be like The Purge.
Yeah.
But with werewolves. And he's like, okay, sign me up.
Oh shit, he saw that fool wearing that mask and thought it was a Purge movie. Oh, this is The Purge 12 or whatever.
Yeah.
The actors aren't bad. I will give them that. The actors really aren't that bad, except for this one person at the beginning. And fortunately, you don't even see them. And it's a good thing that you don't, because they just sound terrible.
I'm speaking with Dr. James Aranda. Why now? Is it genetically modified food or a weapon?
Look at him like, Jesus. Oh, goddamn. Really?
That's the thing. Watching Lou Diamond Phillips in this, I was like, man, it's not like you're a bad actor. You're just in lots of bad, terrible movies.
Yeah. So much crazy shit going on in this movie. Things go wrong because of a ton of dumb decisions.
Yeah, and scientists that have no safeguards for their experiments.
Yeah. People the script is written too conveniently. Like, it's a terrible script. The only thing that's tight is how dumb these people are. Like, everything can go wrong with this lab does go wrong. Somebody accidentally knocks over one of the wolf cages, and then another person gets bumped and shoots the lock off the wolf cage. You remember that?
Right. You watch all this, like, how many contrivances are you going to have to make this work?
Who's in these hazmat suits? Three Stooges? What the hell is this?
And you guys don't prepare for the worst case scenario at all?
No, they don't have, the script just doesn't make sense. They don't have any precautions in place, like mass evacuations or people, put into basements and fallout shelters.
Right.
Like, you just letting people be at home. You don't have the military out in the street taking care of things at night, patrolling.
No. And these scientists, they don't have a kill switch. Like, okay, this isn't working, shut everything down.
Yeah. And like all of a sudden, because now the werewolves are running loose, they don't even explain it. It was like, shut the
canopy.
Shut the lid before the moon comes through. And of course, that shit jams for no reason. For no reason. It's just,
no reason.
And how hard is it to not look at the moon? God damn it. Every now and then you got somebody,
it's so big and pretty though.
Jesus.
When somebody tells you don't look at the moon, you can't help but look at it.
Tell me what to do. Some big story elements are dropped.
Oh, yeah.
Are not explained. They got one with a werewolf kid. They don't even follow through with that.
They made a whole point of going into this subplot with a werewolf kid, and then they just went.
You don't even see that kid. No. Like, what happened to her?
Hey, what are we doing with that? Hey, we ain't got money for that no more.
Not a goddamn thing. And that werewolf kid, I'm gonna tell you, looked like Cindy Lou from Whoville. You remember?
They're like, oh, but it's so cute. We got to protect it. What?
No. And the ending don't make any sense. There's a big standoff, and I'm like, what logic are we working with here? Besides none.
Oh my God. The ending makes no sense to the point of like, everything you told me up until this point now is the opposite with what's happening with our main character here. Yeah. Like, if that's all it takes, why was this even a thing?
Exactly.
So all you really had to do was wait it out? What the
Well, yeah, they have to wait till the sun comes back out. That's it. Yeah, and everybody turns back into people.
Yeah.
Which is why I was like, why can you put these precautions in place to have people just wait it out? Why is this bitch walking through with popcorn? How come you ain't hiding under a bed or something? Like, I'm looking at this. It was like all your ass had to do was just wait about 6 hours. But no, you had to have popcorn. You had to go watch Netflix.
Yeah.
Anyway, I know you're not gonna believe this, man. Listen, I had fun with it. Like I said, call it nostalgia, call it, some experience I had that I brought into watching this. It's needless to say, it's not a good movie. In fact, somebody said, ain't sloppy, it's a sloopy movie. And you're right, that was a bad movie.
Yeah, the dialogue is atrocious.
Yeah.
And you got, I would say it's a trope, but it was just pushed to the point beyond ridiculous, where you saw he's talking to his sister-in-law saying, whatever you do, don't open the door. Don't even look, don't flinch. And she's like, I got it. You don't have to tell me this, I got it. And the minute she sees somebody she knows, I gotta open the door. And he's on the phone telling her, don't open the door. No, but I gotta open the door.
I will tell you, it could have been dumber though. At least something happened to make it before it went that far. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But
just the fact that she was like, but I gotta open the door. It's
yeah.
like, wow, I thought we went over this.
I'm gonna give it a rental.
Ugh.
And that's because, like I said, I saw it at home. I genuinely think it is fun in a really B-movie kind of way. And sometimes things that are being earnest are sometimes more fun than the spoofs.
Well, yeah. Look, if you're watching something that's bad and you're purposely watching a bad movie, it's much more fun when it's earnest and incompetent than when they're, trying to do something. But there's just too many places where, too many elements that just drop off, where I was like, this is not on purpose.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think any of this is on purpose. But I think the one thing that is on purpose is that they know that they are messing with a B-movie concept. Like it really was something where we just want to make something with werewolves and have people be chased by werewolves and eaten by werewolves. And that was it. Like I said, I watched it at home. I think some people who might watch it, and if you're drinking with some buddies and whatnot, it could be fun. I had a good time with it. Like I said, I understand anybody who says, no, that's some bullshit. I would never, let me just say this. I would make sure I have the right crowd or watch it by myself. I would have to be drinking and having some friends over who just want to watch this kind of B-movie schlock, and we all have fun with it. I'm never going to subject anybody to this and tell them, hey, man, come on, watch this cool-ass werewolf movie. Cool people. Yeah, no, I had fun with it. I didn't care. It's nothing to make me really hate it or anything.
My hate stands.
I'm not trying to change your mind. That's why I understand where you're coming from. I do not try to influence people at all. I liked it. I know why people would hate it. And it is not a good movie, one bit. I'll show you the boom mic coming in one shot.
Werewolves jumping, you see the strings on them. Like, no.
Yeah. I didn't see the string.
You didn't see this?
Nah.
There's a scene where I can show you. You can see the strings on
you got to show me that. Yeah, eat some edibles, somebody said. Yeah, shit, you eat some edibles. Don't eat the ones that turn you into a werewolf, though. Well, you made it to the end of the video. That must mean you really like what we do. So if you do, check out these other videos just like this one. Check out our other YouTube channels and subscribe to join our wonderful Toasty community. And as always, stay toasty.